under oak trees where the shadows melt. I first whispered your name under stars that swell. Emerald eyes, wild like the untamed streams, we dance through the plains in a world of dreams. Old Porch Creek neath boots worn and frayed, where we laughed and planned the life we'd made. Starry night whispers calling me back to when you and I, my love, wrote our names in the wind. Now the breeze feels colder as it sighs through the pines, echoing the heartbreak of your hand, leaving mine. Gravel roads stretch wide, lead to towns unseen, but they're lined with the ghosts of what could have been. The cabin stands empty where your laughter filled each room. Now it's just us and silence and sweet perfume. Rain taps on the roof like your fingers on my skin, haunting each corner of the life we were in. Starry night whispers calling me back to when you and I, my love, wrote our names in the wind. Now the breeze feels colder as it sighs through the pines, echoing the heartbreak of your hand, leaving mine. By the fading trails I ride alone, saddle worn and weary. Each sunset paint your face in the clouds so near, yet so dreary. And in the hush of twilight, the shadows stretch and grow. I find solace in the thought maybe love wasn't ours to hold. Starry night whispers now a lonesome haunting hymn under endless skies where our dreams once danced on a whim. The wind's a gentle echo of the whispers we once knew. Under starry nights, my love, I'll forever whisper back to you as the last chord fades like the light in your eyes. I'll keep riding, searching under these relentless skies.
Out past where the river bends, neath the shadow of the oak, lies a field of dandelions where the softest whisper spoke. I met you beneath that summer sun, skies of endless blue. We danced through golden hours where our wild dreams flew. In the dandelion field, the world stood still. Your scarf caught the breeze, sweet moments to seize. But the sun sank low, as did the thrill. Now I roam alone with the whispering trees. Years have worn the leather of my saddled roving heart. Gravel roads and empty cabins from your memory can't part. Once where laughter echoed, Now the porch lies bare, dust dances on the wind, just ghosts of you there. In the dandelion field, the world stood still. Your scarf caught the breeze, sweet moments to seize. But the sun sank low, as did the thrill. Now I roam alone with the whispering tree. Oh, how the trails have faded, like the tears and rain, riding towards horizons where sorrow and beauty remain. In every setting sun and in every breaking dawn, the echoes of your footsteps are the path that I'm drawn. So in the dandelion field, I'll find peace somehow, forging through forgotten trails till the land takes its bow. I'll hold the echo of your laughter in the silence of my will. For in the dandelion field, the world stands still. In the dandelion field, the world stands still.
Out by the edge, where prairie winds play, stood an old oak tree where we used to lay. Underneath its branches, we carved our names in that quiet earth, wrapped in golden haze. But now that oak tree's washed away by the river's wrath on a stormy day. Just like you, it slipped from my grasp. The leaves and love, both gone with the past. The porch still creaks at your memory. That old red scarf you left rests silently. Dust dances alone where we danced in tune to the songs of crickets under the crescent moon. Yes, that old tree's washed away by the river's tears and my own dismay. Just like you, it faded from sight, roots and heart buried under the night. Sometimes I wander those gravel roads where our laughter echoed easing loads. The sunset's glow reminds me of your face, a part of my soul lost without a trace. Oh, that old tree washed away like the dreams we made in the dusty fray. And here I stand where we once lay, a cowboy lost in the love that strayed. Yes, here I sing to the winds that sway, where the oak tree in my heart forever lay.
washed away.
By the withered oak where the creek bends low, we carved our names years ago under skies as wide as a prairie's breath, where the sun dipped gold and our love found depth. Your scarf danced free in the evening wind, every thread a memory pinned. Oh, love carved deep in the heart of the wood, just like we promised we always would. But seasons turn as they always do, leaving me lonesome without you. Still the wind whispers through the hollows, echoing, echoing our tomorrows. Now the trails have faded where we once roamed, rust takes the gate of our old home. The porch steps creak neath my weary feet, missing the soft sound of your heartbeat. Dust swirls where laughter used to play, in the cabin silence shadows sway. Oh, love carved deep in the heart of the wood, just like we promised we always would. But the oak stands lone as the night descends, lonely like me where the pathway ends. Still the wind whispers through the hollows, echoing, echoing our tomorrows. Sometimes I think I hear your call over the ridge when the night falls. Maybe it's just the rustling leaves or my heart playing tricks with its reprise. Promised forever we would. Beneath the stars I reckon it's true, every sunset still brings me back to you. And the wind whispers through the hollows, echoing, echoing our tomorrows. In this quiet land where I wander through, every stone, me of you.
Underneath the oak where the creek bends low, there's a whisper of a scar left by winter's snow. The sunset spills like fire where we used to stand. Her laughter echoes over scrubland and sand, and the creek listened as I spoke your name through the rustling reeds where my sorrows came. The water runs like memories I can't hold. Creek, listen close to the stories told. Years have worn the pathways, cabins fall to dust, gravel roads to nowhere, lined with broken trust. Once we watched the stars from an old porch swing. Now the night just whispers through the cold spring. And the creek listened as I spoke your name through the rustling reeds where my sorrows came. The water runs like memories I can't hold. Creek, listen close to the stories told. There's an ache in the silence where the wind replies, saddle worn and empty beneath these endless skies. In the solitude of dusk, to the creek I confess, all that's left is shadow and your faded dress. And the creek listened as I cried your name past the rustling reeds by the flickering flame. The water runs like memories now turned cold. Creek, listen close as my heart grew old. So the creek listened and the oak trees know of the love lost in the echo where the wild winds blow, with each sunset painted in sorrow's deep hue. The creek still listens as I whisper to you.
Shadows lay long on the ground. I found a porch that saw the world without making a sound. Old wooden memories whispering through cracked boards. Your scarlet scarf still lay there, untouched like spoken words. And the porch burns under the weight of the sun, like my heart aches now that you're gone. Dust swirls where you once danced alone, leaving me haunted, this ghost now my home. Carved our names neath that ancient oak, promised me starry skies, words softly spoke. Now barren cabins and gravel roads stretched tight, where laughter echoed, now just shadows in the twilight. And the porch burns as the sun dips low in the silence. Where does love go? Rain taps like fingers, farewell on the roof. In each drop, the echo of our youth. So I saddle up as sorrow rides beside down fading trails where old ghosts hide. Yet in every sunset, your smile is the light, guiding me tenderly into the night. Yes, the porch burns, and I'm a silhouette so thin, holding to dreams where your love begins.
Stars above, the only witnesses that see. I'm yours forever, even as the porch burns with me.
Shadows lay long by the gravel road where our hearts went strong. We carved our names in the old porch wood under skies so vast, swore we always would. But the winds got a way of wearing down stone and the dust too thick, where I now roam alone. Back road died young, left the wildflowers unsung. Like the words on my tongue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore. Every mile I ride, I'm missing you more. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, and I'm barely holding on. I've seen rain wash the old tracks clear, and the saddles worn from those bold yesteryears. The echoes fade down Mustang Creek. No laughter floats, no whispers speak. Where we once danced, the shadows now fall, with nothing but silence for an old cowhand's call. Back road died young, left the wildflowers unsung. That old cabin's empty like the words on my tongue. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore. Every mile I ride, I'm missing you more. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, and I'm barely holding on. If these boots could tread back through time, I'd find that dusty path where your hand slipped from mine. Maybe under that endless prairie sky, I'd tell you all the things I couldn't before goodbye. Back road died young, with our dreams left hung on a branch of that oak where our song was sung. Now every nightfall, your absence I mourn, by the ghost of that back road where our love was born. This heart rides trails of a lonesome song. Back road died young, where I'll always belong.
In the shadow of the weeping oaks on Carson's Bend, I found an old scarf blue as the dusk whispering your name. There by the creek where first you kissed my sunburned skin, now just a ghost of summer rains and love that never waned. Lonely fire hides in the ashes of our past, burning remnants of a dream too sweet to last. Under starlit skies, my heart still tries to find you in the smoke of lonely firesides. The town's grown silent, porches empty, dust has settled down. Gravel roads that knew our steps now lead to nowhere's end. And I ride these empty trails with your memory as my guide, aching for the echo of a love that's long been dead. Lonely fire hides in the ashes of our past, burning remnants of a dream too sweet to last. As the sunset bleeds, my lonesome creed is whispered to the wind on plains no one else can see. Oh, and how the rivers run, never looking back, carving canyons deep as the regrets I've tracked. If I could hold you once again, break these rusted chains, I'd give these Roman bones to hear you call my name. Lonely fire hides is the keeper of my cries. In every crackling spark your laughter never dies. But tonight as the cold encroaches wide, I'll let the river's song lull this heartache into the night. Goodbye, my love, where a lonely fire hides.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay long on the ground, a woven scarf blue as the prairie sky I found. Right by the porch where we'd sit when day was done, where whispers dance with the setting sun. Scarf shut the door on what we used to be, leaving me with raging winds and memory. Underneath the starlit dome, so vast and wide, I roam alone with your ghost by my side. Now the cabin's empty, the fire's just cold ash. Gravel roads echo with our forgotten laughs. Where wildflowers bloom, now there's just the rain, washing away dreams, leaving behind the pain. Scarf shut the door on all we used to know, lost in dust clouds where once wild rivers flow. On faded trails my lonesome heart does ride, seeking what's gone with shadows as my guide. Old saddle creaks as I whisper to the breeze, tales of a love as deep as the endless seas. And yet here I wander, a shadow in the dust, holding on to a memory wrapped in twilight's husk. Scarf shut the door, but still I feel you near, in the cry of the night hawk, sharp and clear. I'll ride these lands where sorrow softly pours, forever bound to what was once ours. Scarf shut the door, yet love never ignores. Farewell, my dear, till I find peace where these old rivers bend. Underneath the old oak tree where the shadows lean so long, I carved our names inside a heart. The world was right and nothing was wrong. That dusty trail to your porch, it knew my boots, knew my soul. But like the sunset steals the daytime came around, took its toll. Silence said nothing, but it screamed in my ears. Each whisper of the wind holds the echoes of our years. Where once you stood, now there's only my own shadow in the dust. Silence said nothing, but it told me all about us. The saddle hangs on the barn wall, leather cracked like my worn heart, and that scarf you left behind is fading, tearing me apart. Gravel roads where we once laughed, now trails of tears under moonlit skies. Empty cabins, rooms full of ghosts with love's echo, my lonesome cries. Silence said nothing, but it screamed in my ears. Each whisper of the wind holds the echoes of our years. Where once you stood, now there's only my own shadow in the dust. Silence said nothing, but it told me all about us. Rain falls on the old tin roof like the tears I've cried for you. Every drop of memory faded, but somehow still feels new. In the quiet of this night, under stars that we once knew, I'm learning that letting go is something I can't just choose. Silence said nothing, and yet it speaks so true. Each whisper of the wind is a bit of me, a part of you. Now I walk these trails alone where our laughter once had flowed. Silence says nothing, but it's the only voice I've known. Silence says nothing as I let you go. But in my heart, oh in my heart, it's where your memory forever owns. Under the morning sky, my boots stirred the dust of old, where the oak tree shadows fell on and secrets softly told. I once carved hearts in that bark where the wild rivers bend, her laughter tangled in the breeze, a melody without end. Oh, the morning sky called my name in whispers of the past wrapped in sorrow's frame. Every sunset bleeds like the scarf she'd wear, gone like smoke in the wild open air.
cabins empty, swallowed by the creeping vines of time. Gravel roads lead to nowhere, to the echoes of the chime. That old porch still groans under the weight of ghostly feet, dancing shadows, faded trails, where our hearts would meet. Oh, the morning sky called my name in whispers of the past, wrapped in sorrow's frame. Every sunset bleeds like the scarf she'd wear, gone like smoke in the wild open air. By the riverside the stones hold the warmth of sun's gone by. I touch the earth, feel her pulse beneath the expanse of sky. A part of me lies buried in lands where we once roamed, forever wandering the plains I called home. Oh, the morning sky calls again as I tread this lonesome game, each step away from yesteryears where she called my name in the quiet of the night, under stars cold and bare. Her memory rides beside me, a silent prayer. In the shadow of the old oak tree where the creek sings low to me, there's a cabin with a shattered pane. Echoes of you still remain. We carved our names in that worn wood, promised forever as best we could. The scarf you left hangs on the porch, gone like the flame from a spent-out torch. Shattered glass and echoes, wild winds upon the meadow, every whisper in the grass, a piece of a love that couldn't last. Sunset bleeds but won't forget, the silhouette of sweet regret, where shadows merge and rivers pass. All that remains are shattered glass echoes. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now just tracks to a lonesome home. Thunder rolls over plains so wide, but it's quiet where my heart resides. Dust settles on the empty chair, fading trails of memories there. An old saddle dry and worn, like the leather of love, weathered and torn. Shattered glass and echoes, wild winds upon the meadow, every whisper in the grass, a piece of a love that couldn't last. Sunset bleeds but won't forget, the silhouette of sweet regret, where shadows merge and rivers pass. All that remains are shattered echoes, echoes. Under stars that watched us then, do they know we can't begin again? The night breathes deep, the coyote calls, and dreams of dancing in old town halls. I reach for you, but just embrace the empty night, the open space. Shattered glass and echoes, this cowboy's heart is fallow. Every whisper in the grass tells of a love that's meant to last. Though past diverse
birds and lovers part. You're the sunset that grips my heart. In the quiet hum of the fading past, I live in the sound of shattered glass echoes. And in the chill of dawn's first light, I hold on to the echoes of our last goodnight.
In the shadow of the oak, where the evening sun weaves gold, I found her scarf, a faded blue, among the leaves so old. The wind whispers through the grass, a song of days now past, along the trail where we once walked, too beautiful to last. Lost trail road through, under skies so wide and blue, where my heart lies buried deep, in fields that she once knew. The echo of her laughter rolls like thunder through the plains. Lost trail road through, and only silence now remains. The porch still creaks, the door still moans, the cabin stands alone. The gravel road that took her away, overgrown and stone, where once the coffee brewed at dawn and danced into the air, now only dust motes in the sun and the weight of an empty chair. Lost trail road through, under skies torn gray and blue, ghosts of laughter in the breeze and memories that ensue. The echo of the footsteps fades down paths we used to tread. Lost trail road through, leaving words we never said. And in the quiet solitude, where the creek runs clear and true, I see her face in ripples and know some love's never renewed. With every sunset bleeding red on horizon sharp as knives, I reckon time's a thief on horseback stealing through our lives. Lost trail road through, with a lonesome wind that blew, whispering of yesteryears and the pain of starting new. The echo of our story now will whisper in the rain. The lost trail road through, love's a memory and a pain. Lost trail road through, and I'm riding it anew, past her memories fading light, under skies of somber hue. In the shadow of Lonesome Hill, 'neath the ancient oak's embrace, where the wind whispers secrets through the leaves' gentle trace, we carved our names young and wild in bark so old and gray, under skies of endless blue, where time just slipped away. Her laughter echoed softly over fields of golden grain, a melody of
joy once sung, now a silent haunting refrain. And lonesome hill stood still as the world moved on beneath. The sunset bled like my heart when I found she'd left with the breeze. Old saddlebags and dusty trails, my companion since she's gone. On Lonesome Hill I stand alone by the oak where we belong. The cabin by the creek now wears a coat of dust and despair. Windows like the vacant eyes of a love that's no longer there. The porch where we danced 'neath lanterns light now creaks under my weight. With every step a memory falls like leaves to fate's cruel slate. Rain washes old scars, the past we walked turned to mud. The scarf still hangs on the hook untouched, a relic of our love. And Lonesome Hill stood still as the world moved on beneath. The sunset bled like my heart when I found she'd left with the breeze. Old saddlebags and dusty trails, my companion since she's gone. On Lonesome Hill I stand alone by the oak where we belong. Now the stars above Lonesome Hill, they judge in silent gaze, pointing to the paths I've shunned since those halcyon days, where the echoes of our laughter and the shadow of her smile guide me like a ghostly light lost between the miles. Lonesome Hill stands still, a monument to dreams we wove in the tapestry of a starlit sky and the lands we used to rove. The oak tree bears the weight of time as my heart bears the cost of loving one who's gone away and mourning what I've lost. On Lonesome Hill I'll return till my days on earth are still a cowboy, a memory, a shadow where Lonesome Hill stood still. Out where the oak trees shadow old gravel lanes, I recall the soft whisper of your name. Underneath that broad brim wind spoke through your hair. Ghosts sank the cabin our love declared. But now the porch swings alone, creaks a mournful tune. Sunset bleeds like my heart lost your love too soon. Every stir of the dust, every shift of the sand speaks your name in this vast lonesome land. The trails we once rode now overgrown and faint, where wildflowers match the scent of our quaint. Rain on the roof, a symphony so harsh, echoes through empty rooms where shadows march. The porch swings alone, sings a mournful tune. Sunset bleeds like my heart lost your love too soon. Every stir of the dust, every shift of the sand carries your voice across this desolate land. Saddles lay untouched, the leather's gone dry, Does the oak still dream of our whispers that flow like a mountain stream? Now the porch swings alone with a sorrowful croon. Stars watch like silent eyes under the cold moon. Every stir of the dust, every wail of the night wind holds you close in the gold sank where love never ends. So I sing to the stars over old ghost sank, where memories echo and my heart sank. In the silence of the night, with the ghost of your smile, I'm adrift on this trail just for a while. Down by the creek where the cottonwoods grew, we carved our names in the bark so true. The oak tree watched, the sun dipped low on the porch. We swayed, lost in the afterglow. Your scarf danced with the prairie's breath in that wild land. My heart you'd wreath. Oh, the long ride cries beneath the vast unending sky. The trail's gone cold where our dreams used to lie. Every hoofbeat echoes a sigh. Memories blur where the horizon meets the eye. The long ride cries. Now the cabin stands empty on the ridge. Windows stare like eyes missing their bridge. Gravel roads once walked, overgrown with time's tide, where laughter once echoed, silence now abides. The saddle gathers dust, the reins lay still. Without you, this wandering life's lost its will. Oh, the long ride cries beneath the vast unending sky. The trail's gone cold where our dreams used to lie. Every hoofbeat echoes a sigh. Memories blur where the horizon meets the eye. Long ride cry. On windswept plains the whispers call through the rustle of the leaves. In the fall, in the quiet, your shadow I chase. But all I grasp is the cold, empty space. So the long ride cries. It's a song without end. A heart can't deny what it can't comprehend. With each sunset painted in hues of goodbye, the trail winds on under a vast lonesome sky. Long ride cries. Oh, how my soul still tries beneath the haunting, endless western skies. Long ride cries.
Out on the mesa where the wild sage grows,
I met her under that old weathered oak.
where laughter danced on the breeze, touching my soul. In that quiet town where the river went slow. Her scarf a ribbon of red against the earth, twirling like a promise in the early morn's birth. But those eyes, the ones that shone like desert stars, now just a memory in my lonely heart's bars. Her eyes fell apart like rain on old clay, leaving colors running, washing dreams away. On empty porches where we once said our part, now only whispers stay, and her eyes fell apart. The years have tumbled like leaves in the wind, and the trails we rode have grown over and thin. The cabin we dreamed in now abandoned stands, a monument to love's labor lost to time's sands. The saddle hangs heavy, dusty and warm, like the heart in my chest, weathered and torn. Those gravel roads knew the steps of her boots, now they're silent as my old forgotten lute. Her eyes fell apart like rain on old clay, colors bleeding out, turning vibrant to gray. Where laughter echoed, now the silence takes part. She's gone with the wind, and her eyes fell apart. In the hush of the night, I stare at the stars, searching for her face in the moon's gentle scars. With the wind as my companion and the dust as my friend, I whisper secrets to the shadows as I mend. Her eyes fell apart like dusk into night, each star a teardrop she left in her flight. On these long roads where my soul can't restart, I carry her memory as her eyes fell apart. Her eyes fell apart. Her eyes fell apart. Shadow of an oak where the old river bends, I found your scarf, the color of sunsets, and the wind whispers through the grass, a soft and lonely hymn, speaking of the days when your love lived within. Where the gravel roads kiss the sky's wide embrace, I can still trace your laughter, your timeless grace. Oh, how the dust waits on the brim of my hat for another chance to turn back on this lonesome track. But the sun dips low like my heart beneath the weight of all we lost to time's unyielding gate. Here I stand, a shadowed figure in the fading light, holding on to the breeze as day slips into night. There's an empty cabin where the porch light used to glow, now it's just the moon watching the creaky swing slow. The trails we rode are overgrown, the world has moved on, but in my dreams we're riding still,
from dusk till dawn. Saddles gather dust in the silence of the room, each one a chapter of love in the book of this bloom. Oh, how the dust waits on the brim of my hat for another chance to turn back on this lonesome track. But the stars now weep with the rain softly cried for the words left unsaid, the days that have died. Here I stand lost in echoes of what used to be, as the night claims the land but never sets me free. Under the vast endless skies I've come to understand, every trail has its end, every hourglass its sand. In the heart of the quiet, in the breath of the wind, your memory dances forever deep within. Oh, how the dust waits, and maybe it always will, on the edge of my dreams, on this silent haunted hill. So I'll ride on until my own time meets the dawn, knowing dust will wait, even when I'm gone. Here I stand, a shadowed figure in the fading light, holding on to the breeze as day slips into night. So let the dust lie where our memories fell, in the heart of the land, where the lone cowboys dwell.
Out where the oak trees whisper low, beneath the silver sky, I found a scarf you wore, now faded, by the old porch where we lie. The wind it carries ghosts and dust through the cabin's broken seam, and every creak and board recalls our long-lost prairie dream. The lost trail watched me lead, with heavy heart and silent creed. Sunset bleeds through memories, where our wild love used to be. Echoes float on the gravel road, under stars that grieve. The lost trail watched me lead, oh, the lost trail watched me lead. Now the town sleeps quiet, where our laughter filled the streets. Windows dark as the promises we never could complete. Rain falls on the saddle, where you once sat close to me. Now it's just a shadow 'neath the old willow tree. The lost trail watched me lead, with heavy heart and silent creed. Sunset bleeds through memories, where our wild love used to be. Echoes float on the gravel road, under stars that grieve. The lost trail watched me lead, oh, the lost trail watched me lead. Whisper to the moonlight as it dances on the ridge, asking for forgiveness from that old wooden bridge. For I've carried this old heartache far as any man can bear, and I leave behind my sorrows scattered in the prairie air. Lost trail watch me lead, a ghost upon each breeze, carrying away my whispers like leaves lost from the trees. And as the earth keeps turning, my heart finds some relief. But the lost trail watch me leave,
Yes, the lost trail watched me leave underneath that velvet sky. The lost trail watched me leave.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the sunset bleeds through skies like a wound, where once our love under starlit tunes danced on whispers of the prairie wind, in that quiet town where my dreams had been. And the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads under twilight's bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay echoes a song of the love that strayed, as the silence screams under moon's cold sway. Darling, dust walked away. Now the porch swings empty, the laughter gone. Old cabin's windows face the dawn alone, where we sipped on summer like it never ends. Now only raindrops come to attend. Your scarf still hangs on the cedar frame, testament to love and its fleeting claim. And the dust walked away with my heart in its shoes, down gravel roads where memories bruise. Every step on that trail where we used to lay whispers goodbye to the dreams that decay, as the stars hide away in the sky's gray fray. Darling, the dust walked away. By the creek where the willows mourn, I understand now I must be reborn. Though the tracks I make stir dust of the lost, in the heart's quiet echo I count the cost. Yes, the dust walked away with my sorrows in tow, across lonely plains where the cold winds blow. Every step on that path where our love once lay marks a chapter of past in the dusk gentle sway, as the world turns to gold at the end of the day. Darling, forever the dust walked away.